everybody. For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Bell's Two-Hearted Ale is a beer that has been suggested to me numerous times. Even on beer websites, when I put in information about my tastes, it immediately shows this as a suggested beer. So I solely bought this on suggestion alone, because I've heard a lot of great things about it. On the back it says, an India Pale Ale style well suited for adventurous trips to the Upper Peninsula. American malts and enormous hop additions give this beer a crisp finish and an incredibly floral hop aroma. This clocks in at 7% ABV, and they've got the bottling date right here, easy to read on the label. That's always nice. 7%, not too terribly high. You could drink a couple of these and get away with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cap off here. And I'm going to take this one off carefully because it's a cap that I don't own yet, and I like to save my caps. There we go. And I'm going to be drinking this out of the IPA glass today. So let's give it a pour. Straight out of the bottle, it is a nice orangish gold. See if we can get just a little bit ahead on that. That was a very soft pour, and it still generated a nice half finger of soapy, tightly packed, dense bubbles. Lots of little bubbles streaming up to the top of the glass, as you can see. Up into the light, it is a very murky goldish orange. Almost looks like orange juice in the glass. It does have a little bit of a chill haze on it. I don't know if this is completely filtered or not, but let's give it a smell. Really nice. Extremely floral, as it said. Very sweet. I'm getting more like oranges and tangerines more than I am like grapefruit. Nice, sweet, citrusy, very floral. Strangely enough, there may be a tiny little hint of caramel there, which smells really good. Really delicious. Slight grapefruit note, slight caramel, but really big on the flora and the tangerines and the oranges. Very sweet. It almost smells like a sweet orange soda in the glass. Really good. So without further ado, let's give it a taste and see what Bell's Two-Hearted Ale is all about. Not quite as sweet as the aroma would lead you to believe it is. There are some definite Pilsner or Pale Ale qualities to this IPA. Extremely easy drinking, goes down very easy and smooth. Very thirst quenching and extremely sessionable. I could see myself killing a 6-pack of these easily. For taste, very light orange and grapefruit. Not a lot of sweetness to them. Just a little bit of hop bitterness. It's not very hoppy either. Even though it says it has enormous amounts of hop additions, it's not that bitter. But it kind of has a pale ale or Pilsner pleasing quality to when you drink it. Like you could really chug this if you wanted to, because the sweetness and the bitterness is not high enough to impede you from doing that. Not that you'd want to, but if that was your goal, it goes down easy. Leaves decent lacing on the glass, as you can see. And so far there are bubbles still streaming up, partially due to the fact that I'm drinking it out of the IPA glass, And if you want to know why it's causing these bubbles to keep going, go check out my video that's called Glassware, which glass for which beer. But anyway, as far as a rating on this goes, it's solid. It's a very solid beer. It's nothing crazy and exceptional, but it's definitely not low in the quality either. It's somewhere right in the middle. Very solid beer. I'm gonna give it a it's gonna get a 7.8 out of 10. It's a good beer. I would call this a good starter IPA because it has a lot of Pilsner and Pale Ale qualities to it that a person who's used to drinking a domestic beer would find familiar in this, but it also has those little notes of orange and grapefruit, bitterness and sweetness in it, but they are very light. To a hardened IPA drinker like myself, I've had some of the most bitter beers you can imagine. This is kind of a cakewalk on the palate. That's not to say it's bad though. It's very good, very drinkable. Just an all-around good, easy drinking beer. So once again, just to reiterate the tastes. Just a little bit of orange and grapefruit up front. Just a little bit of hot bitterness, but lots of Pilsner and Pale Ale. Just beery is how I like to, describe that. Notes within this. So there you guys go. That has been Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. I suggest picking this one up. Not so much. I wouldn't seek it out and adventure for this beer because it's not like just exceptionally crazy. But I would pick this up if you found it for just a good laid-back beer, something just to drink on a hot day. But anyway, that's been Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for my next beer review.